Okay, so we've got some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare gameplay. This is the classic game mode, it's TDM, and I'm playing on Riot, which is the Prison Breakout map. And yeah, you know, it's okay. The one thing I wanted to say about this game is that I kind of wanted to, well, there's a couple of things I wanted to mention about this. I kind of wanted to jot backwards and forwards, which I think is quite healthy to play between Classic and the EXO playlist, because I think the problem is once you get in that mindset of playing the EXO playlist way too much, when you want to go back to a classic Call of Duty, you know, such as myself, I might want to play some Black.ops 2 or some Modern Warfare 2 at some stage, I'm going to be running around thinking, why can't I jump on this roof? Where's my boost jump? Where's this? Where's that? So yeah, I don't mind bouncing backwards and forwards and sort of experiencing both. As far as connectivity goes on both parts, it's still terrible at the moment on both parts, but Glenn Schofield has apparently acknowledged the connection issue, and apparently there's going to be a patch coming out very soon. So that's good news had by all. As long as it fixes it, that's fine. I've said many times over Twitter, I'm sort of discussing this with a lot of people. My Twitter activity is actually now more than it ever has been, because I'm suddenly realising the benefits of Twitter. You know, you can sort of understand how things work with people and share your views and thoughts, which I never really do over Twitter. I just upload a game and favourite and like comments. So yeah, so I'm actually being a little bit more Twitter active, which is a good thing. But yeah, the one thing I'm finding out is that everybody's having the same issue, so that's good. That makes me feel good. And I was watching a Marker J video earlier today, and it was like an 80+ gameplay, and I think he went something like 84 for about 49, and even he said, you know, he didn't get any streaks throughout the game, and even he said the fucking connection is terrible. Not words to that effect because he doesn't swear, but you know, he said the connection's really bad and they need to fix this. So I'm using the BAL-27, which, going back to my first commentary, I actually said wasn't the best assault rifle. I kind of said the AK-12. I said once you get the AK-12, in fact you actually start with the AK-12, stick with that one and forget about the BAL-27. Well, I suppose kind of statistics and favoritism would point out that practically everybody's using the BAL-27, including me now. You know, it's actually my most used gun, and I can kind of see the benefits why. So yeah, I got it wrong. You know, a few people pointed that out. A few people were like, no, the BAL-27 is much more of a superior gun. And to be honest with you, it really is. It hasn't got much recoil, it's got good range, and obviously the fire rate seems to help a little bit, whereas the AK-12 is a little bit laboured with its fire rate, and that sort of holds it back, especially in close quarter situations. So yeah, the BAL-27, I'm not sure what attachments I'm using. I think I'm using quick draw, possibly the grip, and maybe something else. At the moment, the sort of standard setup I'm using for the BAL-27 is quick draw, extended mags, and the grip, because I'm finding it's really handy having that extra ammunition to sort of, you know, compensate for the bad hit detection at the moment. So yeah, let's talk about this game. At the moment, my experiences still are the same. I'm still finding a lot of connection issues. I'm still finding the shoot first, die first scenario, and it amazed me from my last video I uploaded talking about this, and I kind of said, you know, we're all experiencing this. And there was a lot of people commenting on that video that were sort of like null and valid comments that I don't really take. I wouldn't say I don't take kindly, but I don't take as constructive. You know, sort of people saying, well, my connection's absolutely fine, you just want to upgrade to next gen, and you know, your internet must suck. And it's like, oh my god, fucking facepalm myself. You know, it's nothing to do with next gen. People on next gen experiencing this. I'm working with two guys who have an Xbox One and a PS4, and apparently the situation is the same on both of them, as it is with a lot of other people I'm talking to. So it's nothing to do with next gen or current gen. Now, as I mentioned, and this is just one thing to take into account, I don't know whether this will work for anybody else, but it sort of occasionally has really worked out for me. As you'll notice on the gameplay in the background, I'm still dying, but it's actually not too bad a team deathmatch game. I get quite a lot of kills, and when it comes to that one-on-one, it seems like I have a little bit of a chance. Now, I mentioned this over Twitter when I actually tweeted Glenn Schofield, and I said, hey, I'm going to upload a gameplay tomorrow, and actually while I was getting this gameplay, I was uploading a 9GB file to YouTube, you know, as part of my experimentation. This was the thing that happened for me during Modern Warfare 3. I found that sort of throttling my internet paid off, and obviously, you know, a lot of people you play against really don't have good connection. I know some people do, but not everybody. Some people are playing on kind of, you know, wireless from their next door neighbours, dog walkers, friends, and that, when it comes to you and you've got half decent internet connection and you're wired in, can be a bit of a problem. So what I did was, you know, the game before this I was getting smoked. I went into my YouTube channel and I uploaded my longest file, which was actually what happens when you prestige, and it was a 9GB file, and as soon as I uploaded that, dropped hopped into this game, and I had this gameplay. So yeah, I'm not going to carp on about that too much. We all know the problems. They're working on it apparently, so watch this space. Now, the one thing I did really want to talk about this gameplay before I went off on a little smoky tangent is the importance of upgrading your kill streaks or customizing your kill streaks. Now, I didn't really know about this. As far as I'm concerned, the kill streaks in this game are pretty basic and pretty poor. A lot of people just seem to run UAVs and system hacks, which is very effective. But I didn't really know until I noticed a comment from somebody that you can upgrade your kill streaks. That was only found out from, I think it was watching one of Thunder's videos. Somebody said, "Hey, Thunder, you know, you said the gun turret's crap. Why don't you upgrade it?" So what I did was actually pick 3 kill streaks, and in this one I'm using the UAV, I'm using the gun turret, and I'm also using the I think it's Warbird. And in these 3 you can make the UAV actually make people appear behind walls, so show up as a sort of red aura. The gun turret takes on its own persona anyway and manages to, it's just like a normal sentry gun. It's not that effective, it's not as good as the old-fashioned sentry guns and can be taken out pretty damn easily, but it's still better than controlling it yourself. When you control the gun turret, it just turns into a fucking marshmallow shooter, whereas when you actually leave it on its own, it does a job. But the Warbird, my god, this was a good idea. You can make this as sort of an AI controlled thing as well, and it kind of hovers and follows you along the map. So it's sort of like a little bird kind of thing. It just follows you around the map and takes out anybody, and it is really effective. This little 3-streak setup helped us to win the match, which I was really happy about. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, because I didn't know about it up until a couple of days ago, if you click onto your kill streak, or if you just move over to your kill streak and press Y, you can do the usual customization thing that you can do with your guns, but you can actually have a variation of options and they work for you. Now, I think that is a really massive addition to the game, and I think it's very clever, and it's one of those things that, you know, as a realization of doing that now, it sort of sparks up my interest a lot more. It's like I've said before, I kind of love what this game could be. I really do. I can't stress that enough, and I don't want to spend any more videos complaining or pointing out the obvious. I want to spend videos saying, hey guys, look, this gameplay here was me doing this, and if you noticed, I did this here. Anyway, let's talk about something completely different and have a good time, as opposed to saying, oh my god, this was terrible, the connection's bad, and I had to upload a fucking 9 gig file to YouTube, for goodness sake. Back to basics or what? You know, a lot of people do say, it's only just come out, you've got to understand that there are going to be connection issues. And it's like, well, no, you know, they've had 3 years. 3 fucking years. That's like 4 or 5 years ever since Modern Warfare 3 or whatever, when the problems really start to kick in. You know, you look how things have advanced, like phones. You think of a phone from 4 years ago, 5 years ago, what the standard phone was, and you look at them now. You know, iPhones have come into play, Galaxies have come into play. Things are a lot more advanced and you can do more. So I don't see why a multi-million-pound corporation can't seem to, you know, deal with the basics first. But hey, like I said, I don't want to talk about that too much. So yes, the importance of customizing your kill streaks, they work for you. It's another feature in this game that's made it pretty damn groundbreaking and pretty damn clever. So if you haven't done it already, then what are you waiting for? The only thing you've got to do now is to hope that you stay alive long enough to bloody use them. Which is by no means an easy feat, trust me. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and I will see you again. Apocalypse done.